Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and today I'm really excited about this new series I would love to start on my channel. I'm going to call it a book and look or book and look. I don't know exactly the wording yet, but the essence of it is that I am creating makeup looks based off the cover of a book. I've seen similar videos where people have done drinks inspired by books, outfits inspired by book covers or books in general. So this is kind of my take on that, but doing a makeup look for it instead. I do want to preface, I am not a makeup artist. I don't wear a ton of colorful looks, so I do have to look around for some tutorials to help with looks that I'm trying to do. In case of the one I'm doing today as my introduction to this series is using the Dream Street palette. And I will link the video by Kathleen Lights that helped me create this look that I'm going to do today. So I'm kind of following her on that because I'm not yet comfortable just creating looks on my own because I'm not used to very colorful looks and the placement of these different types of shadows. I'm more of a neutrals girl. That is what I'm comfortable with, but with doing this style of video and take on books, it's going to push me out of my comfort zone, so I do need a little bit of help with that. So if I ever use a video to help me create the looks, then I'll also link it down below so you can see the original. She is like 20 something years younger than I am, so and our eye shapes are completely different, so it's going to look different, and I don't have her quality of shadowing and blending abilities because again when I do wear makeup, it's neutrals and it's very basic. So I do need help, and I do want to preface that in this introduction of this video. And I'm not just not giving credit because it's the look that I wanted, but I just didn't know how to create it. So she is inspiring me of how to create the look that I wanted with the color scheme that I wanted. So this is the book that was inspired to do and create this because I love the blues, I love the whites, I love the black, I love all the things about this cover. It drew me in, and I'm not going to do dramatic looks in like for drama or anything like that, so I'm not going to do anything with the actual face, but I will do like an eye look with it. But it's not going to be a, there you go, theatrical makeup. It's just the eye look itself. It inspired by this cover. Okay, so now that I've done this huge introduction, I hope this is going to be successful because it's going to do techniques of blending more so, using colorful shadows that I'm not comfortable with, as well as doing cut crease with, what is it called, concealer. So all of these techniques are going into this, and again, I'm pretty much a newbie at it. Again, I do basic looks. So I'm going to bring you along with me, and hopefully this will be a success, and this will be a success on my channel that people will be interested in watching. So let me bring you in closer and then we'll get started. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is prime my eyes, and I'm using this NYX Jumbo White just to get rid of the white, the redness in my eyes so that the colors will pop and not be so hard to blend the redness away and it doesn't peek through. Alright, so I'm just putting that on my eyelid. Hopefully you guys can still see. Alright. So again, just trying to take down that redness that you saw earlier. And I'm also using this Viseart because there's not really a shade similar to my eyelid to prep the eye and not have the shadows stick too much. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm using the little mirror. So I'm just setting this white base because I know when I used this earlier and I did not put this first base color down, I had a really hard time blending out my shadows because they didn't want to move and they were sticky. So, lesson learned. Again, I do try to practice these looks just because I'm not comfortable yet doing colorful looks. So again, this is the Dream Street palette by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, and these are all of the colors. I'm going to be using this first shade. I have this dark teal shade, this brown shade, this kind of shimmery shade, and this teal shade as well. So these two right here are the biggest colors that I struggle with and placement of them. So we are going to see what I can do and hopefully make this look a success. So I'm taking that first lighter brown shade, tap off, because ColourPop can be a little bit crazy with the color. So I just want to slowly build it up. I'm trying to bring the color up because I do have hooded lids so that you can actually see the different color variations. Otherwise, you won't. Everything will be hid on my lid because of my hooded eyes. And they've only gotten worse as I've gotten older. Just going to drag that in a little bit as well and bring it down to the crease a little bit. This one I'm not, well, I am being precise on top of my brow bone so that you can see the color. So make sure I'm looking on. So if you'll notice a lot, you can't, in my other videos, when I look down you can see the colors, but when I look up straight at the camera, then it kind of goes away. So that is that shadow, and then it's going to be a lot of going back and forth, adding more product, so I think it's in a good spot right now. As you blend, the colors can tend to blend away. So it's going to be a lot of crease work, blending back and forth, and all of that. So hopefully you guys will like this style video. This, you know, guys and girls, if you're into makeup, you will hopefully enjoy this. So yeah, when I first started, a year and a half ago, I started with a blending of makeup and books, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and then I found BookTube, and I have all this makeup that I don't use a lot of the colorful shades, and then I decided the other day when I saw, I don't know what it is, but it triggered looking at the books, and I wanted to be creative because this is a time, you know, I'm here at home, I don't get to wear colorful looks at work because of being a teacher. It's more sedate and theme, you know, just to be professional. They don't want, you know, overly bright looks. So more traditional, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. More conservative with makeup and all of that. So I think you guys can see where I'm going with that one. So I'm bringing the brown down here, just in the outer corner, and then blending up into my lower part of my crease. Alright. But I'm bringing it down so you can still see that first shade. Yeah, these are blending much better with that base coat. Again, I'm just trying to build up a little at a time, especially these really dark colors. And I'm going to try to make it more of a wearable look, and probably won't, hopefully not go as dark as she went. Let me get one of these other brushes. And it's the bigger one. This is, if you're curious, this is an Sigma E40 brush, a good blending brush. I've ordered some more. I do like these Sigma brushes, but this one is a little bit bigger for more blending, making it more soft. So it's just a lot of blending back and forth with the eyes until you get satisfied. So the browns help bring the look back down and not make it so completely unwearable. At least in my opinion. Because if I just went straight blues, it'd look like I had a black eye. As I learned with when I tried to do, because I was also going to do a halo eye at first, but when I finished the look, it looked like I had 2 black eyes. So yeah, that was not a successful look. And then I found, I put in and searched for a blue teal look, tutorials using this palette, and that's how I came up. And because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to use the teals, I wanted to use the silver or white, and I finally found one that's the look that I was looking for. So that's kind of where we're at now. So let's build up the other eye. I think those are pretty even. I think the next color she did is the dark teal, moving that one in a little bit further. Tap off quite a bit of that because I picked up way too much product to start off. And then I'm going to bring this in slightly a little bit more. So that again, you can still see the variance of the colors, and I have a pretty big lid, but I'm still more concentrating on this outer and then dragging it inwards, what's left of the product. Again, tapping. As you can see, that's still a lot of product went on my lid, even though I tapped off quite a bit of product. That's why I have to be so super careful with this look, otherwise you get in trouble real fast. Blending, 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 like I said. This, as also doing these looks, will help me with my blending. Again, I don't want to go, and I'm just wiping off some product so I can continue to buff, and this is a clean brush, so I don't have any product on it, but it is helping me blend out so I'm not super crazy looking, and trying to make this wearable and not going as dark with these colors. And it's going to be a smoky eye. This will definitely be like a good night out on the town, a good maybe a New Year's Eve look, because it is going to be very smoky look to it. So now it's trying to just even out the different sides. I made that other side a little bit darker, so now we're trying to even it back out. I didn't put on any really more product on the brush from the last time. So again, just blend, blend, blend back and forth, especially with this color. As you can tell, it's already super dark, super smoky out, and all of that. Try not to blend harshly and make my eyes super sore, because that would not be cool. Alright, and then I think I want to go back in with the brown shade a little bit, just to soften some of that blue up and back in the crease. And on that outer corner, again, try not to have these super harsh lines. This is where one ends, this is where the other ends, and you want to blend the two together but not have it muddy. So you'll see what the final product ends up being. Again, blend, 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 back and forth. Pretty happy with that, I believe. And let's do the other side. Alright, so now we're going to get, and I'm using just, this is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It is way too much coverage than what I need. It gets very cakey and cruddy if I use it under my under eyes, but I thought, let's try it as for this, for cut creases and things. So got a little bit on my brush. Again, this is the second time I've ever done this, so bringing you guys along and explore an interesting time. And just bringing it up and over. Whoop. And it's not going to be perfect. Again, I will try to do the very best that I can. And then I'm not wetting my brush, it's just strictly the color. And just tapping it in. And this is partly why I also haven't done my makeup yet. Face makeup, because these shadows may have fallout. And it'll be easier to do cleanup without the other. Okay. So that is kind of what it's looking at the moment. So let me do the cut crease on the other side. So this would be probably more than I would ever use when I was getting ready, but I think that will work. Again, I'm going to go back and clean up my crease. So I will need a little bit of the teal shade because it did kind of get out of control up there. So we're going to just up a little bit more there to bring that one back. So we do that, and then we will buff. Oh, and then I'm taking you guys out of frame and putting the mirror there. And that's that easy to bring the look back if you get a little crazy. So I'm replacing the blue down, and then I will replace down the brown. Again, blending, 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 so there are no harsh lines. Bring back a little bit of the brown, same thing. Hopefully not muddying it too much. So like I said, lots of blending goes on in this look. Trying to pull it together. That is, and then the last shade is bringing in the other teal color overlap. So I'm going to bring in this lighter teal shade. It's more of the shimmery shade to help blend it into that darker teal. Again, buff some of the darker right here. Again, it's supposed to be a gradient effect to all the shadows. So it'll be the blue smoky eye look when I'm hopefully done with it and it looks good. You guys will have to tell me in the comments what you think or how I could do better. I'm just trying to bump up this brown outer shade so I don't lose the color there. Again, I'm going to be cleaning up. This eye didn't have as much that I needed to go back on. Okay, so now let's punch up silvery color again because it's getting a little muddled. And bring light back into that inner corner, and that my eyes don't get closed off lip to them. Yeah, you can tell I got quite a bit of fallout right there, but that's okay. Taken care of, and then we're going to go back into that very first shade, and then we're just going to make sure I don't lose that, and then we're just going to bring it down, make sure there are no harsh lines, but there are gradients of color throughout. And I'm trying to again put most of the product above and then blend it down so that you can still see all of the work that I put into this look. Okay. And then I'm going to go back into that very, very first shade that I put down so I can highlight up on my brow bone. And let that be cleaned up a little bit. So again, just highlighting and cleaning up that area, but not trying to drag it down and mess up the work that I've already put in. That bringing the color up, just taking it really underneath, really literally underneath it, and you can still hopefully see the browns that I put there. Alright, so let me clean up my under eye, then we'll come back and finish the lower after I do the face makeup. Let me get a light. Literally you're just gonna sweep, and this is why I did not do my face makeup. One, I knew I would have fallout, but it also allows me to make it sharper looking, cleaner looking, feeling like I'm taking off base face makeup. Had I done this the other way, that's what I would end up doing and having to redo all of that. So just to create a nice, sharp, clean looking line on both sides. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video on the look that I created based off of this book cover. I know the blues are not quite the same, but the inspiration I think is still there. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Leave me comments down below what you think I could do better and other color combinations that you think as well. But until my next video, I hope you have a good one. Bye!